Mexico City, from its foundation by the Aztecs to the present day, is in a vulnerable state because of the abuse and mistreatment of its land. This mistreatment is evident in the unregulated extraction of water from the aquifer by actors such as the municipal water authorities, industries, farmers, and building developers. The uncontrolled extraction of water from the aquifer, coupled with the lack of effective rainwater harvesting, has led to a strain on the city's water resources. This not only contributes to the sinking of the city, but also poses a threat to the availability of water for future generations. If we fail to address these issues, Mexico City may become uninhabitable by the year 2050. Combined with the inadequate management of rainwater, this could result in severe water scarcity and ecological imbalances. The Aztecs established their capital on an island within the Texcoco Lake, which is now the dried-up basin of Mexico City. The lake consisted of a combination of salt and fresh water. These bodies of water played a vital role in the Aztecs' way of life. They understood the lake's significance in maintaining a harmonious relationship with it. They had a deep understanding of the natural properties of the basin. The Aztecs held a special admiration for the ajolotl, an amphibious creature known for its regenerative qualities. It symbolized transformation and renewal, playing a significant role in their rituals and ceremonies. The ajolotl also served as an indicator of a healthy water environment, and today its regenerative capabilities could be leveraged to revitalize unused bodies of water, offering an opportunity for environmental regeneration. Through their understanding of the lake, respect for rainwater, and admiration for the ajolotl, the Aztecs demonstrated their deep connection with nature and their commitment to maintaining a sustainable coexistence. Their wisdom and practices offer valuable insights that remain relevant in modern times for the preservation and rejuvenation of other natural resources. This first intervention focuses on existing spaces in Mexico that have polluted bodies of water. Through this intervention, Mexicans will gain an understanding of the ajolotl's importance as an indicator of a healthy water environment. The ajolotl takes the center stage. A cage is placed underwater where the ajolotl can create its own habitat and help clean the surrounding water. The water provided in the space is both pumped and purified, thanks to a green roof equipped with a biofilter. The Aztecs created several elements that allowed for this interaction with water. They developed an extensive network of canals and aqueducts to control the flow of water and manage irrigation. They constructed channels to bring fresh water from springs and distant sources for their cities, fields, and chinampas. They also constructed dams, which were built to prevent flooding and manage water levels. These structures helped contain the water within specific areas and protected their settlements and agricultural lands from inundation. But one of the most notable agricultural innovations of the Aztecs was the creation of chinampas. These were artificial islands built in the shallow waters of the lake. They were made by weaving together reeds, layering mud and soil on top to create fertile lands for farming. Chinampas allowed the Aztecs to cultivate crops efficiently in the wetland environment without the need for watering. Learning from their respect for water, this project introduces a system of interventions that gives priority to water and treats it as the main design strategy where the building revolves around water. One of these interventions is the contemplation space, where clean water is pumped in the center of the space, allowing people to interact with water in many ways, as drinking water becomes a spiritual object instead of an everyday routine, walking towards the center to be able to drink the water and also admire the water that falls from the oculus. This space will function as a contemplation center where the building itself would value the water just as the Aztecs did with the chinampas, as the space also counts with a green roof with a biofilter to clean the water from the rain containing a willow tree, also known as ahuejote. In reverence to the chinampa, this tree sets roots at the underground pools where people can access and use freely. The Spanish colonization had a lasting impact on Mexico City and its relationship with water. The Spanish introduced social, cultural, and urban ideologies that did not align with the natural qualities of Mexico City's basin. The imposition of private property and other policies disrupted the native system and had negative consequences that persist to this day. One significant example is the destruction of the largest dam in the valley by the Spanish. This action severely complicated the Aztecs' flooding system, turning water from an ally into a burden. The consequences of this destructive act can still be seen today. Additionally, the Spanish implemented a hydrological system that relied on gravity to drain water from the city center to the outskirts. As a result, the Spanish colonization condemned the city, as it disrupted the harmonious relationship between the Aztecs and their environment, particularly regarding water management. This disruption had long-lasting consequences that have only been getting worse with time. Recognizing the historical significance of dams employed by the Aztecs to control floods, let's explore another practical intervention. I propose the construction of a dam that redirects polluted water into an abandoned space, like a stadium. This stadium would undergo a transformation into a water treatment plant, serving as a large-scale reservoir for transporting water to areas requiring intervention. The Mexican modern dream brought Western ideas of a contemporary city to the capital, leading to rapid growth. However, in this process, the natural qualities of the city were disregarded. The increasing paved surfaces and lack of consideration for rainwater's access to the aquifer had detrimental effects. Without access to the aquifer, the natural regeneration process was hindered, exacerbating the constant overexploitation of the aquifer. This caused significant floods and contributed to excessive sewage, subjecting citizens to frequent flooding. Moreover, the demand for drinkable water exceeded the city's prepared supply, resulting in the overexploitation of the aquifer. This causes the city to sink due to the compression of the clay-based sedimentary layer of the aquifer. The sinking rate reached several centimeters per year, ultimately destroying the hydrological system. Consequently, the system had to be redesigned, necessitating the pumping of water to the area once occupied by the Texcoco Lake, where the dwellings were located. In this context, it is important to highlight that people were living in slums within the dwellings of the Texcoco Lake. As the city grew rapidly and without proper planning, the inadequate housing conditions became prevalent in these areas. The slums lacked basic amenities and infrastructure, exacerbating the challenges faced by the residents. The combination of rapid urbanization, the neglect of natural qualities, overexploitation of the aquifer, sinking of the city, and the presence of slums created a detrimental cycle. It resulted in a complex set of problems that affected the living conditions and well-being of the population, particularly those residing in the slums within the former Texcoco Lake area. Understanding the impact of modernization on Mexico City has led to a re-evaluation of the architect's role. Rather than striving for perfection, the architect's purpose is to enable citizens to shape their own environment. Serving as catalysts for change, I propose the installation of a series of water fountains. These fountains will not only provide drinking water for Mexicans from various municipalities, but also function as a means to purify rainwater, creating a self-sustaining cycle within the public space. Additionally, clean water will be supplied from a proposed water treatment plant, ensuring a continuous supply of fresh water while allowing citizens to either sit and enjoy their drink or to fill their bottles or buckets from behind. To prevent an uninhabitable future, it's crucial to address building foundations and infrastructure. The city receives 600 million cubic meters of rainwater annually, which is a significant amount. By collecting and managing this water, Mexico City can reduce strain on its water supply and increase sustainability. Taking these actions is essential to mitigate risks, ensure habitability, and secure a better future. We have tolerated the occupation of lakes, and, at a hydrological level, we have extracted more water than we allow the aquifer to recharge, and the areas where the highest concentration of water is found are urbanized. It is time to have a project that understands the needs of the citizens and allows the water to be properly and responsibly used.